A city councillor, senator, vice president, and now finally a major party presidential nominee after 50 years in politics, ahead of an election where the stakes are high and the two major candidates couldn't be more different.
With great honor and humility, I accept this nomination for President of the United States of America. But while I'll be a Democratic candidate, I will be an American president. I'll work hard for those who didn't support me, as hard for them as I did for those who did vote for me. That's the job of a president, to represent all of us, not just our base or our party. This is not a partisan moment. This must be an American moment. It's a moment that calls for hope and light and love, hope for our future, light to see our way forward, and love for one another.
He talked about the four crises that have created a perfect storm in this country: the worst pandemic in over 100 years, the worst economic crisis since the Great Depression, even worse than the Great Recession of 2009, the most compelling call for racial justice since the 1960s, and the undeniable reality and accelerating threats of climate change. He echoed his vice presidential nominee that the country was at an inflection point.
This is a life-changing election. This will determine what America is going to look like for a long, long time. Character is on the ballot. Compassion is on the ballot. Decency, science, democracy, they're all on the ballot. Who we are as a nation, what we stand for, and most importantly, who we want to be, that's all on the ballot. And the choice could not be more clear. No rhetoric is needed. Just judge this president on the facts.
Other speakers lauded their new party leader as a man tried and tested, someone who represented the best of America, not its worst.
We know how important it is that we elect real leaders like Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, people of honor and integrity who hold justice close to their hearts and believe that the lives of my 4 black children matter. In the words of womanist poet Audre Lorde, your silence will not protect you. Congressman Lewis would not be silenced, and neither can we. We cannot wait for some other time, some other place, some other heroes. We must be the heroes of our generation, because we too are America.
This billionaire and former New York mayor, who has run for office as a Republican and an independent, is now a registered Democrat.
Before I ran for mayor, I spent 20 years running a business I started from scratch. So I want to ask small business owners and their employees one question, and it's a question for everyone. Would you rehire or work for someone who ran your business into the ground, and who always does what's best for him or her, even when it hurts the company, and whose reckless decisions put you in danger, and who spends more time tweeting than working? If the answer is no, why the hell would we ever rehire Donald Trump for another 4 years?
A question that will only be answered emphatically after Election Day on November 3rd. For now, fireworks, capping off a historic virtual week for Democrats ahead of Republicans and President Donald Trump, who put forward their vision for America next week. Shervin Ricepies, SABC News, New York.